Coming up, we'll see Alexander Madison. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the fight.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here are the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down.
And off to the races, down the right side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
49 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
On first down, Ritter.
And right away, he lost the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
They'll run it with Madison.
And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. Now, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Chase Young, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Ritter now on second down.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. On fourth down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken right around the 44. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Here's Madison running on first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now Cousins. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The slot man in motion right.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
They work now on 2nd and 9. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Ritter. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown, Falcons. Jamison Crowder. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Running from the shotgun with Madison.
Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through
progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the throwing football.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
106 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
To throw is Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson
From 4 yards out.
and the Vikings have retaken the lead.
That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with a touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Cousins will try and throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
3rd and long now, Ritter.
This one caught by Crowder. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And it's fielded at the 34. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. This one finding the hands of Brandon Powell. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. To throw, Cousins, flushed out right. And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 at the 15. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. From the red zone now, Cousins.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. 2nd down and 6 now.
Throwing is Cousins.
And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Cousins dancing to his left. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown! Alexander Madison, an 11-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ritter back to throw.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll run for it with Algier.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line.
This offense returns to the fold along with running back Alexander Madison.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Justin Jefferson.
Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon.
And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
2nd down throw coming for Ritter.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Richie Grant on the coverage.
Cousins now.
This is caught by Addison. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now down at the 20-yard line.
Cousins
Finds his tight end Oliver here outright.
Complete to Josh Oliver. A 7-yard.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
14-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
The kick by Joseph is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan...
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
31-yard line.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Ritter will set up to throw it.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Bradley Pena now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. That's taken on the 25. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive, so a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now, instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now, too.
Yeah, a little bit of a cat and mouse game. On play action, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, Cousins.
Well, flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you know, you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose a down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw to a target and get that pass away.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Now Cousins escaping the pressure right. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. So this one, Charles, it's only the 3rd quarter, but they appear to be well on their way to victory.
I would say so, because a 1-score lead you don't even count, but a 2-score lead you know it can evaporate in an instant. 3 scores, feeling good, but you know it's not over yet. But now they've got a 4-score cushion. I think you can feel pretty confident in the fact this is going to go your way.
Joseph now to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Byron Murphy there on the tackle. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Opposite, green, yellow, 1.
On the counter, this is Robinson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Back to throw, Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Yellow, black, white.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Danielle Hunter getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
They go play action. Cousins rolling to his right.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter. And complete to Drake London. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ritter now.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10. Ritter.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
Ritter from the gun.
Eluding the pressure right.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Working from the gun, Ritter.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Daniil Hunter, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down, and they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Ritter.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
At the 44-yard line.
On play action, here's Ritter.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Ready?
4th down, big play. Here's Ritter.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. And they will take a knee here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that.